Hi, I'm Dr. T, and I'm a pediatrician. On Ask Dr. T, I answer health questions from teens. Questions ranging from safe sex, to self-love, to questions about body parts. Let's get this episode started. Alright, we've got some masturbation questions. Question number 1. Does masturbation make a penis smaller? Does it affect penis size at all? Nope. And nope. So do it or don't do it. If you want to, that's great. If you don't want to masturbate, that's fine too, but it's not going to affect the natural course and progression of your penis growth and ultimate penis size. Question number 2. I've masturbated since I was 8 with an electric toothbrush, and now I've gotten rid of it. I can't seem to orgasm with my hands. Is this normal? Will my sensitivity ever come back? So I'm going to guess that you have female anatomy based on using a vibrator kind of a thing for clitoral stimulation. So I'm assuming you have female anatomy. So generally speaking, toys and vibrating things or massaging things can make orgasm a little bit easier or faster for some people with a clitoris, but it doesn't mean that it's not possible to achieve orgasm with your hands. It just means that it might take a little bit longer to figure out the moves or the sensation that feels good to you. It's not that you've lost sensitivity necessarily. So what I would say is be patient with yourself and experiment with some new techniques with your hands. But you are not damaged, and you have not damaged yourself. So I have no doubt that you will be able to achieve orgasm in the future with your hands. Just keep trying, and keep in mind that you had orgasms before. So you will probably have another orgasm. Okay. Question number 3. How much masturbating is too much? I get this question a lot, and I've probably answered it before too, but I get it all the time. And this is a really difficult question to answer because it's not some set number. Everyone is going to be a little bit different, and for some people a healthy normal amount might be a couple times a day, and for other people it might be once a month. And the real measure of how healthy the amount of masturbating is if it interferes with your life. So if you find that you are choosing to be alone and masturbate in place of spending time with family or friends, or not doing things that you used to enjoy because you are now masturbating, that might be a sign that you are doing it a little too much. The other thing to consider is sometimes, especially with male anatomy, so the penis can have some chafing or some skin irritation with excessive masturbation. And so if you are masturbating despite some skin problems and if it hurts, that might be a sign that you also are masturbating a little bit too much and you need to let your skin heal. But other than that, it's really not a very easy question to answer. It's basically whatever feels right for you, but if it's interfering with normal activities or if your skin is damaged, you're probably doing a little too much. Question number 4. I have a single small round bump on the shaft of my penis. I'm a virgin, but I do masturbate a lot. It does not hurt when I squeeze. Should I be worried? Yeah, don't squeeze it though. Don't squeeze it, okay? So what this probably is a lymph node or a lymphocyte. So basically lymph nodes are responsible for filtering our blood and checking for infection. And so with masturbation, there is increased blood flow to the penis. And when you are sending a lot of extra blood flow over and over again, that means that your lymph nodes are kind of working on overdrive. And so they can easily get more swollen with extra blood to filter. And so what I would say is don't squeeze it. Just give it a little bit of time to calm down. You could certainly see a doctor for it, especially if it gets more enlarged or tender or painful. Otherwise, give it a little time to go down, and it should. But it's probably a lymph node. And if other symptoms develop too, I would certainly see a doctor for it. But as long as it's painless and it's not causing you any problems, then I think you're okay. All right, question number 5. How do people usually masturbate with an uncircumcised penis? I have an uncircumcised penis, but I never pull the foreskin past the head. I was wondering if most people pull it over the head when they masturbate, but I'm not sure who to ask. It's a very good question. And so I would start by saying, do what feels right for you, okay? Yes, we do recommend being able to pull the foreskin past the head for cleaning purposes when you are an adult, so it's good that the foreskin is able to, at some point, be able to retract over the head of the penis. But some people have more or less foreskin, and so if you have a little bit less foreskin and the foreskin retracts completely when your penis is erect, okay, it kind of does the job for you. But some people have a little extra foreskin, and so when the penis is erect, you still have some extra foreskin that covers the head of the penis, and that's okay. The foreskin does have some nerve endings in it, and so you might find pleasure with stimulation of the foreskin as well. So the one thing to keep in mind is that if you are not able to pull the foreskin over the head of the penis, so if the opening is too tight, that would be something called phimosis, and it would be worth talking to a doctor about, because it is important to be able to pull your foreskin down to clean underneath the foreskin. But the other thing is that phimosis can cause painful erections. So if you have tighter foreskin and you're erect, but your foreskin can't retract, that can be really painful and make erections painful. So that would be another reason why you should talk to your doctor if erections are painful and you can't pull the foreskin back. But if you enjoy masturbating with the foreskin, that's totally fine. Go for it. Nothing medically wrong with it. All right. And question number 6. I bled right after masturbating my first time. I'm 17. Did I hurt myself, or do I have any vaginal problems? So it's tough to say exactly what happened, but don't panic. It depends on how you were masturbating. So one possibility is that if you were using vaginal penetration for masturbation, you may have either torn your hymen or irritated the lining of your vagina. Both of those should heal within the next few days, up to a week or so. So nothing to be concerned about. The other thing is that sometimes with orgasm close to someone's period, your uterus contracting might actually squeeze a little extra period blood out early. And so if you were close to your period, it's possible that that's also what happened. But lastly, there are some people that do bleed a little bit with orgasm. Sometimes it's due to something in the uterus, and sometimes it's just a totally unexplained phenomenon. And so I would, going forward, if it's not the vaginal irritation or hymen tearing, or close to your period, but if you do continue to have some bleeding with orgasm, I would eventually talk to your doctor about it, just to make sure there's nothing inside the uterus that's causing some extra blood flow with squeezing, contraction, and orgasm. But you might just be one of those people that does bleed a little bit with orgasm, and nothing to be scared about. It's just one of the many special things that our bodies do. All right, so that'll do it for this round of masturbation questions. And remember, if you have a question for Ask Dr. T, you can either respond in this video or submit through my website, askdrt.net.